Oh, hello everyone. Welcome. Here we are once again for another Duel Links Meta Weekly. This time, we're bug free and we got the upcoming in-game next monthly announcement, updates, etc. And I think we kind of got something that most people probably weren't expecting. If we go ahead and pull it up here, so obviously Mimi finally available at the gate. We're gonna have the Rush Duel KC Cup right after getting maximums. More Rush Duel. They are just going all in on Rush Duels here. We are going to be getting Legacy Duels again, which is interesting. We'll be curious to see how they update that. And then right here, obtain a new Legendary Duelist. Quote unquote, hide in the shuttle. Now, for most people, they would probably have no flippin' idea what this means. They're just like, huh? However, apparently it is a quote, a reference to an episode that did not get translated, at least here in North America. So hilarious. But for those of you that don't know, Sherry LeBlanc, which is a character it is alluding to, is interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one is going to be the fact that she could potentially come with skills related to Noble Knights, as she is related to that archetype. I have a feeling that Konami will mess it up and not actually do that, which would be the worst possible thing they could possibly do. The second is that she is associated with the Fleur archetype. So we already have this one here, Chevalier de Fleur, and then there's several other Fleur monsters. Necro Synchron counts as Fleur. We got Swage de Fleur, Sorcière de Fleur, Fleur Synchron, Necro Fleur, and then the boss monster that everybody loves to hate or hates to love, friggin' Baron de Fleur. Now, there's no way. There's literally no way. There is no way that we're getting Baron de Fleur. But what if it was skill locked somehow? I'm just saying, what if? What if? If it was level 10, that would literally make like Rose Dragons like broken again. Just mentioned that, yes. I am absolutely hoping that we get some Noble Knight related skills. Now, will that make Noble Knights good? Probably not. Well, actually, you know what? Let me take that back. They can make anything good if they try hard enough. Edit. Let you in? What do you mean, let you in? Even Tachyon? Well, yeah, but that's like because of the rank 8. It's not because of the Tachyon. It's because of the rank 8 package. Let's be honest. What are we expecting to win today? I mean, I don't know, if we're being real. I am doing single elimination once again today. But again, I will say it will be returning to Swiss at some point. Would Foolish Burial be too broken in Duel Links? Probably not. I don't know if you'd want to unlimit it. I think it makes perfect sense as a one of card. Like if we're being honest, a one of is perfectly fine. With cards being 20, with decks being 20 cards, you got to be careful about too much search, too much add. Like, you want decks to be consistent, but you also don't want to be like ridiculous about it. Like certain decks, if they can just do everything with no efforts. I want to change this art here. Let's find a different one. All this art is kind of bad. Come on now. That could work. Profear, stop spamming, please. I don't know. That's also kind of bad. Don't mind me. Just trying to get a good blocker here. Okay, this one looks decent. Oh my Jesus, that's huge. There we go. Perfect. And done. Perfect. All right, just a couple minutes to go until the start of the tournament. If you are a member, where's your cat? She's hiding. Thank you very much, Vanilla. Appreciate you peeking in. Very kind of you. Okay. We were just talking about the potential of is Konami crazy enough to put Baron de Fleur in Duel Links in some fashion? We're not talking about Chevalier. This new character is going to be worse than Girag. I highly doubt that. I don't think you realize just how, like, he's associated with one of the most powerful boss monsters the game has ever seen, and Noble Knights. Also, that looked kind of weird. That was not me flipping off chat. That was that's my pointer finger. Don't clip it! Stop! No! If they were to put it in, it has to be a skill. You have to do something like play the Fleur archetype. You have to play, you know, Sorcière de Fleur and Fleur Synchron and whatnot. There is no way. Isn't the... Okay. Okay. Blackwing, you may not know this about me, but I don't care about the... Like, well, okay. Not that I don't care, but I'm ignorant to the pronunciation, and I don't wish to educate myself yet. So... Whoa, okay, Quantum, look, okay? If you're gonna go after people for that reason, Quantum, I do think that I should not be the only one for whom you go after because of that. I am just one amongst a crowd. It's a bar on the floor. Quantum, please. She's on the screen right now. What more do you want? I'm supporting. She's right there. I mean, I don't know what to say other than please God, make a good Noble Knight skill. I said she. Maybe you misheard me. I really want a good Noble Knight skill. Konami. Ruginary, why are you trying to join last second? I mean, I'm happy to add you, but what the hell? I'm gonna submit something for your deck list just so you make it in time no matter what. All right. There, you will not get dropped. All right, so I'm obviously running a little bit behind, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get the ads out of the way, get the tournament started. When we come back, we'll gush about stuff. Be right back. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Probably the funniest image I saw was somebody had a picture that was like Mizar standing next to Sherry LeBlanc, and it was like, hmm. DM Eli. DM Eli. Yes, DM Eli. Damn, all these people. Oh, nope. Wow. Con, you were dropped. All these people literally not submitting their deck lists when you have like 15 minutes. Whatever, man. Don't sign up last second. Hello, Tumor. You were dropped. I will never understand how people have hours to sign up for a tournament and can't sign up in time. Never ceases to amaze me. Just add a blank image. I don't. Whatever, man. Art bracket. The tournament has begun. I suggest signing up sometime other than next. Okay. Well, hello. Let me see if I can get this correctly. Gouache Gamer. How these tournaments work? Well, it depends on which tournament we are doing in particular. We do host several different tournaments on this channel. This, of course, is the Duel Links Meta Weekly, which is a tournament series paid for and hosted by Decade and then run and streamed by myself. The Meta Weekly has gone on for 300 and now 19 weeks. Whoops, I put the wrong, I forgot to change that. Thank you. So the Meta Weekly has been running for over 319 weeks, but 319 tournaments have been ran. While Decade himself no longer does Duel Links content, he continues to obviously to host the DLM website, as well as the Discord, as well as fund these tournaments. We also host a couple other series on this channel. Through my own Discord, we do the Duel Links Grand Prix, which is a another series. We do a Rush Duel tournament as well. And then occasionally we do single eliminations, such as what is going on today. But TLDR, we do a bunch of different tournament series. Is the bot not working? Apparently the bot hates you, Valk. You want a Meta Weekly? Whoa, 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 whoa. Really? We can actually, ironically enough, I think we can actually look that up. Let me look that up. Would it have been under the same name? Meta Weekly number 22. Hello, Anachronism. Okay, it wasn't number 22. What meta was it? Okay, so we have Rookie at the top. We got Dipsilon at the bottom. Our play got ended by an Effect Veiler. We are going to activate Ghost Meets Girl, a Shiranui story, however, allowing us to go into a Samurai. Samurai is going to be able to banish our Limit 1 Spirit Master, allowing us to get a pop here. Masked Change meta. I'll have to look and see if I can actually find that. But obviously not right now. Now, we are applying the new ban list, which does put a limitation on Shiranui as well as Tachyon Dragon. These hits have proven so far to have lowered the power level of those decks, but not dethroned them from their spot as the top dogs of the meta. Now, Mayakashi, of course, was one of the kings of the previous meta alongside decks such as Constellar, and has been sort of victimized by Tachyon existing in the current meta. Shiranui also tends to have a fairly positive win rate against it, at least as we've found, due in large part to the fact that Shiranui's skill is much stronger overall than the Mayakashi skill. Meta Weekly number 11. That is impressive detective work. Meta Weekly number 11. Are you sure? Because that says it was won by Nyx. Who won it playing Citadel Whale. I don't know about that one. Gouache Gamer says that they were a... okay, I do see a fourth place win from Gouache Gamer there. Or a third place, yeah. Playing Red Eyes Zombie. Okay. That's a blast from the past right there. Hello, Sakadetsu. When's the next MCS? If you're talking about for Duel Links, unknown, if ever. If you're talking about Master Duel, I believe DK has said it's going to be when Fire King releases. So we were able to play through our opponent's attempt at disruption. The question is, can we actually OTK here? Been so long. That has been a very long time. That was back in 2018. Almost 6 years ago. That's wild. And we're going to be able to go for the pop here, taking out the Gozuki. We have 39, 48, 58. That looks like exact lethal. Triple enemy controller, wall of disruption. Finally found yourself a lot of free time where to begin. If you're talking about potentially getting back into the game, there is a way you can enter a friend code from somebody, which will give you a close to updated Blue Eyes deck that you can use to like help you start farming again. Aside from that, there are several decks that are potentially relatively cheap to get back into the game as well. We go in for lethal. And our opponent has no way to interrupt it. We will secure game number 1. So for example, if we go to the top decks right now, we have Tachyon, Shiranui, Live Twin, Tenyi, Mayakashi, Blue Eyes, Yubel, Constellar, Destiny Heroes, Galaxy Photon, Cybers, S-Force, etc. I think of those, the easiest to build is probably going to be Tenyi, Blue Eyes. Yubel's pretty easy to build, right? You want to fill out the extra deck, so probably the Blue Eyes stuff. Showstopper, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. I appreciate you. Tenyi might be the safest. To be fair, though, if you get with the new friend code giving you the Blue Eyes deck, Like, the only things you really need to go for is unlocking the Battle Chronicles skill, picking up a couple Soul Successors, and then a structure deck or two. The Ultimate Fusion. That's probably the easiest way to get back in. The other thing as well, so they do pickup boxes. Which are sort of like deck build boxes. Now, I believe most of them are out of the shop at the moment. They tend to be time limited. So like Shiranui and Mayakashi were in a deck build box, for example. They currently have, they also have ones called deck build. The most recent one is pretty bad in everyone's opinion. But the Lunalight one was not awful. I mean, Lunalight's a Saki OTK deck, and if Serena's not here, kind of boring. But it gets the job done. Profear, can you please use your English voice? Hello, Barox. We do get hit by the Veiler, which is going to stop us from one of our sends. We are going to send a Spirit Master instead. Now, this is the Beatrice version of Shiranui. I'm not sure if I personally approve of that one. We are going to end again with only one interruption. In the form of the Banish off of Samurai. The deck does want to get to its Link monster to set up its pops. We were unable to do so. Unable or unwilling. Thank you for the clarification, Quantum. Yes, we've been doing single eliminations recently, Profear. It's just easier for me at the moment. We will go back to Swiss, probably when we get a meta shakeup that makes it more worthwhile to have the Swiss rounds. I do personally prefer Swiss, but I have to weigh people's enjoyment of the meta plus how many are willing to join the tournament, etc., etc. I want more decks I like and less decks I don't. True. Any evil eye? There is none. There would have been one, but they forgot how to submit a deck list and got dropped from the tournament. Hello, Con, if you see this. I'll get the breakdown up on screen in a moment, but there's Tachyon, Shiranui, Mayakashi, DDD, Galaxy Eyes, Red Eyes, Shadal, Altergeist, Blue Eyes, a Destiny Hero, Gimmick, Puppet, Infinitrack, and Magnet. Easy doesn't do this tournament, Norrentino. Eli's helping me with this one. What's my campaign code? I mean, you don't have to enter mine. Anyone else in chat will let you use theirs. I don't need the Blue Eyes structure deck. So I would prefer it to go to somebody who could use the cards. What's the game plan? No, unfortunately, magnets are not good. They don't really have much left to add either, although they could theoretically get a skill to update them. What are we doing? We're just chilling. Did we bug? Okay, we did not bug. I don't believe you can get prismatics from it, no. I made my grandpa download the game to use my code, and now he mains Branded in Master Duel. Oh, how does your grandfather feel about the most recent Branded hit? For those of you that don't know, Master Duel just got a ban list announced, and it's quite possibly one of the dumbest ban lists I think that game's gotten in almost 2 years. It's up there with just how bad some of the early Master Duel ban lists were. While I do appreciate them unlimiting adventure a little bit and prank kids, one, that deck's not going to do anything against the current meta, and two, Snake Eye hits. Hello? It absolutely, the wild thing to think about is that, okay, I'll set that aside for the moment. Why does the Beatrice version of Shira seem bad to you now? Well, it's not that it's bad. Obviously, against a deck like Tachyon, you're going to be able to make use of Mischief of the Gnomes. I think Shira is best when it focuses on its core strength. And by going into Beatrice here, for example, we had to pass up the ability to set up our pop and protection off of Sun Saga. Hope for pranks. Yeah, okay. I mean, congratulations if you're beating some bad Snake Eye players on the ladder. You can do that with any deck, though. Hop in the Samurai here, and we are once again set up for a lethal play push. I mean, prank kids will be, I mean, any deck will be cool when it comes to Duel Links, just because A, how do they attempt to adapt it to Duel Links' particular meta? What skills do they give it? What cards do they leave out? Because as much as not getting all the cards can suck sometimes, for certain archetypes, I actually like that they leave stuff out just because it forces a different play style. All right, Dipsilon. I believe that's a 2-0. Yes. Mayakashi knocking out Shiranui in the top 64 here. Room ID is invalid. Unfortunate. I would have liked to have watched that one. Right now, I want everyone in chat to tell me what deck that is not a like top tier deck that you would like to see come. So I don't want to hear like Branded or Snake Eyes. I want something like what eHero GX or eHero X GP says. What bad or mid tier deck do you want to see come and potentially be good? Ah, yes, Sky Striker and Infernoble, well known for not being good decks. Chat does not seem to understand the question. Valmonica, that is a good example. Deck is legal. Give us Nephthys Conductor. You heard him, Konami. Give us Nephthys Conductor. Breakdown for you. Okay, this is kind of wild. So we're gonna go Ultimate Fusion here into the Dragon Master Knight. We're gonna attack in, Canadia flip down. Nadia flipping, bring back the Dynamiscus. Successor Soul, get sending. So we're returning the Paleos to our hand, and the skill gets around their banish. Very interesting. I don't think Konami expected that, but huh.
Duel.
Starting things off, we're going to discard a copy of Successor Soul for Alternative and Blue Eyes. Brings out the Alternative White Dragon. Normal summons the Blue Eyes White Dragon, adding a copy of Successor Soul to our hand, dumping the Blackluster Soldier, setting 2, and passing the turn. We're going to immediately crack down the Safer. We're going to go Excuse me, what? Champions of Vigilance? Negating the trade-in, making that a massive minus, and we simply get outvalued here. We're gonna wall off with the Morella. That was devastating. Absolutely devastating. Blue Eyes takes it in 2. All right. 3-star demotion, PTSD, exactly. Kolzak, you need to check in.
Duel.
Bash, you need to check in. I hate everything about why you're using this, Matt. Please don't ever do this again. So, what do we got here? We have Destiny Heroes versus an unknown. Oh, wait, no, it's Mayakashi. So this is most likely going to be the zombie version of Destiny Heroes. We're going to go Fusion Recovery here, adding back our Polymerization and Celestial. We're going to go Polymerization into a Dystopia. Dystopia for a little burn. We're going to dump the Necroworld Banshee. We're going to add the Decider to hand. During the draw phase, we're going to immediately dump our Doom King. We're going to bring out Zombie World. We're going to get our Doom King. Book of Moon, flipping this face down. We're going to go Mayakashi Returns, grabbing a copy of Yasha. We're going to go Yasha, dumping the Yuki Musume, get negated. We're then going to go for a Book of Life here. We're going to go for the Pop. We're going to go for the Yuki. We're going to Ballardrock in response. And our opponent, having been countered at every turn, will scoop it up. Game number 1.
Duel.
All right, we're going to go Hajun into Daki. Mayakashi getting to go first here. We're going to be able to do the Mayakashi Synchro Climb. We're going to go Return, searching for a copy of Yuki Musume. Hello, Elmaz. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. We will end on 1 back row and all the materials in the graveyard that we could need. We're going to go for a, excuse me, Polymerization into a copy of Dangerous. Malicious Effect. Dangerous Dumping. We're going to go for the Yuki here. Bring back the Yoko. Get Popping. Activating Zombie World. Mizuki to bring back the Dangerous into a copy of Beatrice. We're going to go exit. Wait. Your main decking? We are no side deck today. We are main decking Xyz Encore. Hello, Allison Borderland. This is the Duel Links Meta Weekly number 319, hosted through the DLM Discord. Yukiona going to be able to negate, and it's just a matter of setting up lethal here. Mizuki bring back the Yoko. Yoko gets popping, going for 29-19 and lethal. So to join this particular tournament series, Alice, you have to be subbed to Decade. He puts up the money for this particular tournament series. I just stream it. Basically, if I didn't stream it, it would happen, but it would be off camera, and I like hosting it, so I do. This is unrelated to my own tournament stuff. This is a separate entity. But again, I am a fan of the Meta Weekly, so I would prefer it to be streamed. But yes, if you're looking for tournament series, if you do your research, you can find a tournament series on virtually every single day of the week. And once you know about the ones that are being hosted, you can then just, whatever day you happen to feel like a tournament, you just go to the place that's hosting a tournament that day. You have Mondays, the Meta Weekly, also usually Quantum hosts something. On Tuesdays, Quantum sometimes, I can't remember his schedule, but Tuesdays are kind of a dead period, I guess. Wednesdays, we have the Grand Prix. Thursdays, there's the AU Weekly. Fridays, Starry Cat. Saturdays is random. Sundays, we host the Rush Duel. If you go to the DLM website and just check out the different tournament organizers, click on them, you can find out how to join any particular one. Quantum does in fact never follow the schedule. It is true. Absolutely, Alice. My recommendation, the Duel Links community is pretty close knit. So if you can just start asking around in Discords for the ones that you have joined, and they will generally direct you to the ones that they recommend. If once you do that a couple times, you'll probably know about most of them. I remember you winning the first Meta Weekly with Gladiator Beasts. You are correct. I played Shadow Game Gladiator Beast. The strategy being that I was going to fill up your graveyard with more than was going to be in my graveyard, and burn my opponent. Like, that extra damage helps sealed games. Was not necessarily the optimal skill. That ended up being balanced, but I don't know. I just liked it because it helped in certain matchups. Like, I ended up winning one of my matchups against Volcanics, for example, because of that. They ended up clearing my board, but then couldn't lethal me and then died to burn. Shadow Games should be able to do lethal. It went from being a playable skill to being literally not played. So no offense, but if you render a skill completely unplayable, you have failed as a at balancing your skills. show us the decks. Which decks? Oh, the breakdown. Let me. Yeah, I can update that for you. Edit com breakdown. Okay. If you have any issues joining a tournament organizers series, you can usually ask for help in their Discord. All right, Viper takes it in game number 3. Al Bell has some thoughts about Destiny Hero Zombie. They themselves attempted to make the deck work and failed to do so. Boom, bum, 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 bum. I will say though, Gouache, if you want to see the big tournament series that I host, it's the one on Wednesdays. The Grand Prix, we typically get anywhere between 100 and 175 players, depending on the meta. But usually it's closer to like 130 to 150. So it's a pretty healthy turnout. Or I should say more than healthy. It is a significantly large turnout. Hello, Guy Basses. It's a weekly tournament. Yes, every Wednesday. Same time as this one. You can find out more information by joining my personal Discord. All right. We're going to activate Battle Chronicle, taking out the Link Karibo. We're going to go for spoofing here, adding a copy of Conquery to hand. We're then going to activate our Multi-Faker, bring out Multi-Faker, Multi-Faker into Silcoitus. Silcoitus, spin that back row. Did we see what we are playing? Life Point Boost Alpha. Okay. Do I believe why are you assuming Barone will even come? If they add Barone, I highly suspect it's skill only. We are gonna send back. There's no shot it's a bundle. Is the meta fixed with the new ban list, or is it just people tired of Tachyon and Shiranui? If you're talking, so Daniel, it is still Tachyon and Shiranui. If you're talking about what you're seeing on screen, a tournament organizer, or a tournament host rather, is always going to try and show stuff what they consider spicy decks. So if you check the breakdown, you will see that Tachyon and Shiranui are the most entered decks today. Who does level 10s? I mean, my first thought is, let's say for argument's sake, Barone comes to the game, limit 1 bundle. I'm playing, I would instantly be playing Rose Dragon again. Synchron also an option. Rose Dragon can make level 10s extremely easily. TG. I don't... Barone is like, if you think about it, by itself as a lone card, though, okay, let's try and be reasonable about this. Is Barone as a singular boss monster actually broken? I'm not talking as about it as an end board. I'm talking as a single boss monster. Because I know that maybe I'm being a little cope here. But part of me thinks that it's possible Barone might not be as crazy as we're making it out to be, if that's like the only boss monster you can make that turn. Well, because, like, I know this is maybe a bit of a meme, but it's like, I'll just book your Barone, and that forces out the negate. So, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being ridiculous, but I wonder. But my suspicion would be, if it comes, it would be as part of a skill, and you'd have to play the Fleur archetype. You gonna be crying when Gearfried tunes with Squeak Knight into a Barone? I mean, don't you already kind of do that by making Arclight plus Gearfried? Arclight stinks. I see. Activating multi-faker here. I mean, yes, obviously Alien HR, but cards will get added to the game eventually and over time. I was just asking. As a singular limit 1 boss monster, is Barone, like, would it be oppressive? This might be a hot take. I think Infinity is actually, in the context of Duel Links, I think Infinity might be better than Barone. Stronger Yami Kisara. Well, not just because of anime skills, but Infinity is not a one negate wonder. Infinity is every turn you get to negate. People do forget that Barone has one negate. One. The reason Barone is so good in a game like Master Duel, for example, is because she is traditionally used as part of an end board. That includes a bunch of other stuff. Barone pass can solo. You really think so? Hello, Metal Overdrive. Are we gaming tomorrow morning? Like what time tomorrow morning? I work tonight. And then I would like, I get home 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So if you're, oh wait. It would have to be the day after that then. If you're talking 2 a.m. Eastern, it would be not this 2 a.m., but the one after that. Yes, Jabberwork. All right, we're gonna go for spoofing here. Banishing it. Yeah, I still have to work tonight, so unfortunately, that would be a no-go. I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, the Breaker's really good. The Breaker is incredibly good. You can always call out. Even Konami knows how BS Altergeist is. Reason why they didn't give us better cars on rerun event. No, I mean, we don't typically get good cards in events. That's like a rarity. That's an exception, not the rule. We're gonna activate Amazing Time Ticket here, setting a copy of Amaze Attraction Horror House. Sparkle, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. I'm like incredibly close to getting a new Liberator. And this one says it has medium armor penetration, which sounds crazy. We're gonna flip down, bring out the Arlecchino. Arlecchino, of course, has the ability to pop based on the number of Amaze Attraction cards in the graveyard. Get poppin'. We're gonna go for Ultimate Fusion. Able to use the blue eyes on the field, as well as blue eyes or not. Well, we are gonna go for 2 here. Oh, 3, sorry. For Neo, blue eyes, Ultimate Dragon. Get poppin'. Taking out the Conquery. That is still, I don't know if we should have activated that. This is big spooky. Okay, never mind. Meluseek effect. Get sending. 2600 to finish him off. Just skip this matchup? Why? All right, let me find a Tachyon mirror match for you guys then. Literally not possible. And you guys are kind of whiny right now. All right, we're watching street replays for the rest of the tournament. Oh, we're definitely watching COG. Only COG. All right, we got Doffy at the bottom, we got Sayadim at the top. We're gonna go through the standard Shiranui line here, drawing a card off of the Vampire Sucker, searching for a copy of the not limited Shiranui style Samsara, Everyone Cry. We're gonna make a Samurai Saga here using Successor, Get Sending, before going into a Skill Saga Supremacy, set 2 and pass. Is single elimination PTRG. We had like 40 something enter today, so not that hard to be in top 32. We're gonna bring out a copy of Galaxy Brave Photon Vanisher, searching for a copy of Blue or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. We're then gonna go for our Photon Burst, summoning out a copy of Blue Eyes. Galaxy Knight, bring back the Blue Eyes. We're going to go for our recycle here. Samsara as well. Book of Moon, get flippin'. 1, 2, 3. Wipe everything. Set 2. Pass the turn. Mizuki brings back the Vampire Sucker into a Nightmare Phoenix. This is a horrifically inefficient use, but it gets the job done. We're then going to go for a Nightmare Unicorn, get spinning. Spirit Master bring back, allowing us to go into the Squire Saga. Doesn't even use this effect, Giga Chad, before going in and lethal. The trap search is so stupid. Tell me about how the trap... Did the trap actually matter there, technically speaking? Because I don't think it actually did. Twitch is increasing subscriptions in your region, Australia and Canada. If it becomes too much for you to be able to support PTRG, my personal recommendation is to go for Twitch Turbo instead of individual subscriptions. Streamers still get a bit of money through that. So it is one way for you to save some money while also supporting the streamers that you watch. Didn't mean to like try and upsell or anything there, but it is an option. Don't know what happened there. They took advantage of the recycle. They were able to get extra copies of Shiranui Synchros into the graveyard, which was actually very well done. And then when their Sun Saga activated, they banished it as well, so that it would recycle itself for an additional pop. That effect, especially in the very early, like when Shiranui gets to go first, that effect can be particularly devastating against players trying to play around it. It's the trap effect is not so much the like surviving based off of the no life. It's when they set up particularly devastating multi-pops that it can be a problem. With Twitch, I don't know about that, PTRG. I was just mentioning it because it would be a cheaper option. Hyper Galaxy. Elfo Man died for this. We're gonna tribute off to Beatrice, bring out a copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Cloud Dragon, allowing us to go into a Soul Flare. Soul Flare as the Galaxy Brave back to hand. We're going to go Galaxy Knight. Bring back the Galaxy Dragon, getting in for 2,000. We'll then activate the trap, going for a recycle here. Shiranui Squire into the Spectral Sword. That does end our turn. We're then going to Xyz into a Dingirsu. Samsara will give us another turn to survive. Drawing and discard here. We actually talked about that a little bit earlier, Nal. I am... yes and no. Obviously, Barone is extremely powerful. But Barone by herself is not necessarily broken. I suspect it'll come as part of a skill where you have to play Fleur. But if they were to put it in a bundle, I don't think it destroys the game, no. There's plenty of ways to out it. going into a copy of Pleiades here, setting up another form of disruption. Pretty much null, yes. Well, so M4 is kind of correct. It's not so much that we quote unquote have Book of Moon. It's that many decks in Duel Links just play back row natively, whereas you have to like threaten a Master Duel or TCG players like directly to get them to ever consider using a like a purple or defensive green card. That's not always true, ICU. In certain matchups, it's actually good. It kind of fell out of favor in Master Duel, but in the TCG, for example, book style cards came back into vogue pretty heavily during the Kashtira format, because you would you would book a Rise Heart so you could play. We're gonna go for the reduction on Pleiades here. Well, the meta would change and adapt depending. We are going to go for a copy of Nightmare Unicorn here. Discarding a Skullmeister, sending the Dingirsu. We are cracking this board. Could IP come to Duel Links in the current state of the game? I mean, if IP was to come, I think you have to put her at limit 1. Because if you don't, then you... I would kind of like IP to not come to the game. All right, Doffy wins it in 2. The problem with some of these monsters, such as IP Masquerena, is they're very centralizing. The more you add them, the more decks are gonna start making them over their archetypical boss monsters. Now you can technically solve that by like making a bunch of them limited in a way that you can't play them all together. So technically Duel Links does have a way to avoid that from ever truly becoming a problem. I still think you want to be careful about that and evaluate if that's the direction you want the game to go now. They won't limit one unicorn. Go ahead and speed up through the Mayakashi plays here. Okay, at the top, we have Infinitrack. We have to deal with an unknown back row and at least one form of interruption from the graveyard. We're going to go for the Anchor Drill effect, allowing us to go into the Earth Slicer. Earth Slicer, allowing the pop to go through, going for the Goliath. Bring back the Earth Slicer. Bring back Yoko. Goliath effect. Yoko effect. We'll be able to pop it before it can attach. We'll set 2 back row and pass the turn. Yuki Musume, allowing us to go into a Link 3 here. Book of Moon gets flippin'. Mizuki brings back. We're going to go Ice Dragon's Prison. But Yuki Onna plays around that. And we just have lethal on board. Kira's skill needs a nerf. I think a lot of people would agree with you. Both Shiranui and Tachyon could potentially... oh, well, we skipped ahead one. Just know that both...
Duel.
The problem with main decking a card like Soul Release is that it's really not... it's not good against a lot of decks, so it's if you don't have like a discard, a ready access discard outlet, it's kind of bad in some matchups, and then it becomes a dead card. You never want truly dead cards, so if you include a niche card like lovely time limit loss, we don't take those. I'm not asking to nerf Shira skill, but if they do, I'd go with limiting them to only discarding level 4 Shira monsters for the skill to work. I think that's a bad idea, personally. I mean, I would much rather require you to... Like, I don't think removing the ability to use Mizuki is the correct answer, because those plays are neat. I think the answer is, like, if you want to do something like that, like, you cannot use the effect of the monster that you discarded that turn. But I think including Mizuki in the deck is fine. Absolutely, they could tone down the skills. There's plenty of ways you could do it. Like, we could throw a bunch of different suggestions at the wall, and most of them would be good. To be fair, though, Norrentino, I think independent of each other, if both decks didn't have a skill, I think Mayakashi is inherently stronger. I think, okay, so we won 2-0 legitimately then. Okay. I don't think Mayakashi needs a buff. If anything, they got a buff with the inclusion of Mizuki. Because they can use Mizuki very easily as well. We return to the Altergeist matchup. You know what's wild to think? If they gave us Eldritch right now, like just the Golden Lord, that card would be played in so many decks. It would just be played as like a way to just send stuff and get a free body. By dueling standards, Golden Lord is like borderline broken. Like, I thought about it a couple times and I was like, how would you even bring Eldritch anytime soon and have it not be like disgusting? And it's like, well, Golden Lord would have to be limit 1, right? Like, you couldn't have more than one copy. Just give us the traps. Don't they like not do anything without Golden Lord on the field? Or rather, their effects are like awful. Or Kisara, Golden Lord is coming. Surprise March release. Wait, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog. Double on-field pop. We're activating Battle Chronicle here. Thank you for the raid, Cole. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you. Erickson takes game number 2. Damn, Cole. Damn, Cole. Spoilers.
Duel.
All right. Comica. Haven't seen her in a while. We're going to go ahead and set a copy of Amaze Attraction Horror House, adding an Arlecchino to our hand. We're going to set 3 back row, attack in, crackdown, get yoinkin'. Arlecchino to the field as well. Bottomless Trap Hole says no. We're then going to go for a Dragon Spirit of White. Warning point 2. Negate. Battle Chronicle allowing us to add a copy of Ultimate Fusion here. We're going to pass to the turn. Setting 1. Summoning out the Blackluster Soldier. We're going to add a copy of Successor Soul here. We're then going to go Personal Spoofing, send back Manifestation. Champion's Vigilance to negate. Horror House gets flippin'. We will go for a copy of Dingirsu here. Horror House to attach, but this is far too late, my friend. Well, it doesn't matter if it's spoiled. We're just like hanging out. Like, no offense, I'm pretty sure most of you aren't like sitting on your hands riveted with excitement of who's gonna win, Tachyon or Shiranui? Come on now. It's all about just chilling and hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Speak for yourself. Fair. You know what? No! I'm gonna speak for you. Now what? Do something about it. All right, what does our top 16 even look like right now? So in the top 16, we have Galaxy Eyes. Oh, we're definitely switching over to watch this one. But Galaxy Eyes, Shiranui. We got Red Eyes, Mayakashi. We got Tachyon, Mayakashi. We got Shira Mirror. We got Mayakashi, DDD. We got Tachyon, Shiranui, Tachyon, and Blue Eyes, Mayakashi. Good spread. Aggressive streamer. Yeah, get over it. Hello, RPG Prince. I love DDD, but by God, Armageddon is such a lame boss monster. It really is. And you know what the sad thing is? They won't, like, we'll end up getting like some of the cooler DDDs, and it won't have like a cutscene. You'll get like, oh, I don't know. What's a good example? Kali Yuga. I mean, I don't know if I was gonna go that far, but sure. Dismantling that board, going for lethal. DDD will take game number 1. Deus Ex Machina. High King Caesar is a good example of one I was actually thinking of. It's based on the name for a reason. We haven't watched Gimmick Puppets all stream, and we continue to not. We won't.
Duel.
So let's see. I saw Sherry LeBlanc got revealed. Do you think Baronne de Fleur would be limit 1? So we have talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream, RPG Prince. My personal belief is that if Baronne comes, it will be locked to a skill, a la the Winda to the Shadal skill. Could they bring it as a limit 1 bundle? Theoretically, yes. I don't think it would like break the game. It would be incredibly powerful. Should they do it is questionable, but they probably could, and it wouldn't like ruin the game. I don't think she technically mains Infernoble. That came after. For her, it's Noble and Fleur. And if I'm not mistaken, Noble is only Barely, right? Wasn't most of her Noble Knight stuff the bad ones, and then in some of the games they attached Noble Knights to her as well? Hello, Icy. Barely still counts for Duel Links? Yes and no. Anime, she only played Sacred Knight. How went the climb, by the way, Icy? I believe you were doing Galaxy Eyes cog run, right? No more APK? Why? It would be weird to give a French character Noble Knight as a deck. I mean, why you gotta make it a national thing, dude? Are you wait, hold on. No. Let's break this down for a moment. It's weird for the French person to play a deck based on English mythology, but it's entirely okay for a person to play a deck based on, like, I don't know, fucking zombies, because that's part of their heritage. Are you telling me that what's some more good examples? English mythology? What do you want me to say? Like not English then, Proto-English, why am I like Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, yes, Aztec, clearly. Or wait, hold on. Are you not mad about the English mythology? We're not talking about Infernoble. We're talking about Noble Knight. And also, like, is it the mythology part? I'm sorry for implying that King Arthur is not real. Is that the problem? King Arthur is real, and Camelot will rise once again. Imagine how offended people would have been if Axel had a gun-based deck. Isn't it technically kind of gun-based, though? Why do we keep talking about Infernoble? We're talking Noble Knight. What does a museum have to do with anything? That's an Infernoble card. We're talking Noble. We're not talking Infernoble. Why do we keep bringing it up? Also, are we shadow gamed here? Axel's dual disc was also a gun. Well, that's incredibly racist. Am I allowed to go off on a tangent here for a moment? Guys, explain the logic to me. Okay, explain the logic to me. So obviously, Noble Knight and for Noble Knight both have the Noble Knight as a sub archetype. Okay? And then you have stupid stuff like Necroid Shaman is a flippin' roid somehow. Don't ask us how, but it's a roid. And yet Konami was like, Hero Kid is not a hero. Despite the fact that it has hero in the name. I don't care about the Japanese name. I care about the English name. So capitalization matters, Starving Venom? Does capitalization now matter? Okay, so Necroid Shaman is not a capital R roid, and also Infernoble Knight is not a lowercase noble capital K knight. So ergo, Infernoble Knight and Noble Knight are not the same archetype, or rather do not share noble. Speedroid is not a roid either. But isn't it technically a roid in English? So why is it that Speedroid is a roid in English, but Hero Kid is not a hero?
Duel.
Excellent gameplay. I'm just saying how it is spelled in Japanese has or should have zero effect on the English name. But you don't understand. They have to operate the same. If they have to operate the same, hold on. If they have to operate the same, then why is it that certain cards have different dang effects? Also, Konami, please do not give me a game loss for saying dang. I do not consider it to be a curse word. What's the card that they issued an errata for? It was on one of the most recent ban lists. They issued an errata for it wasn't like a fusion or it was using like an FT. No. It was using an FTK. Not sandwich. Oh, no, not a fusion. Gandora, the Gandora card. So you're telling me that a Gandora card can literally have different words in the effect to have different effects, but if you name a card hero, it's somehow not a hero. Why? Because Japanese text. Well, why doesn't the Japanese text also matter for the effect? Why does it only matter for the name? I don't care what is named in the Japanese, Starving Venom. I don't care that I'm taking this too literally. That's the point. I'm a literal person. If the effect can be different, why can't the name be different? Why is there a rule that says name must be same, but effect can be different? Why? Why is effect different okay? Anyways, let's find another match. Spectator bug, hello. We will reset the match here. Bum 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 bum. Yep. That's a spectator bug. Bug accepted. Replay game 3. I cannot have Discord or social media due to my job. Can you show me your best Blue Eyes deck real quick? Well, I mean, you can just go to the website, go to top decks, go to Blue Eyes. Pretty much any of these. I have not personally played a bunch of Blue Eyes. So, I would recommend, like, you know, if we were to just like look at a random one as a baseline, like this KC Cup, or not KC, yeah, this KC Cup one, for example, this is fine. Something like this. Play some number of Successor Soul, some number of Ultimate Fusion. Modify to your whim. I think the most important part is going to be play Melodies, play Successor Souls, play Ultimate Fusion, play triple Dragon Spirit of White, your Blackluster, triple Blue Eyes, some number of other cards, and then just jam it to your heart's content. What is even going on? Make a new room. Restart until Viper goes first. Sorry guys, a bit of an issue here. Click what? We're gonna let them do their thing. We're gonna go watch another match. After this tournament, if Erickson's deck list, he makes good Blue Eyes. I obviously can't show it here, but it'll be up on the website most likely. And if it is, I would recommend using that list as a baseline. Is it just me, or is Red Eye's Zombie Dragon Lord very mediocre? Seems weird to design a new skill around it. Mediocre cards are the things that you should design skills around, Swaggle. Like, why you think they should design skills around good cards to make them even better? In my opinion, bad cards being made good is like what is the best part of skills. I want Orcus skill. No. All right, we're gonna go for the triple back row here. Successor Soul using our opponent's monster to make a Blue Eyes. We'll go for a copy of Dingirsu. Dingirsu effect. Warning point 2, negate. Dragon Spirit of Light, forcing another one. Book of Moon, get flippin'. We'll then activate Battle Chronicle, getting another copy of Successor Soul here. Ultimate Fusion to go into a copy of Dragon Knight Master, or Master Knight rather. And we will get the concession scoop. Back chest, I heckin' love Blue Eyes. If I was to try and make an Orcus skill, I mean, what are you trying to... So a skill should do one of two things. Fix a flaw in the deck to make it better, or be thematic. I think because Orcus is already good, you would want the skill to be thematic, right? So it would just be like, what's the theme of Orcus and how can we incorporate it into a skill? Every Orcus name in the graveyard? No. So the decks in the deck build box, I would be shocked if they don't get a skill with the March box. Tomorrow is max summons. Yes, but it's probably like really late in the day. Because I think it rolls over into the 28th. Jumping to the gnomes here. Does gnomes even matter against Blue Eyes? Like, okay. We're gonna go for the pop here. Successor Soul, allowing us to yoink the Supremacy so it has no zone to go to rather. Silver's Cry, we're gonna force out the back row. Activating Spectral Sword. Solitaire, bring back the Sun Saga effect for a pop 2. We're able to clear the board here. Normal summoning Blue Eyes Bat Chest, going for a copy of Ultimate Fusion here. We'll then activate Ultimate Fusion. Into the Twin Burst, we will get a pop here. Attacks in, Banish. Attacks in, Destroy. Pass back to you. Spirit Master into Shade. Shade, bring back. And we're just going to wall up here. Samsara effect, going for a pop. Absolutely devastating. Why are people so obsessed with Evil Eye Links? They're terrible. Everyone, even remote. Are you talking about from a TCG or Master Duel standpoint, because you have to think about them from the standpoint of duelings. So, like, first of all, Gorgon's effect, the arrow pointing up that you can destroy, is a lot more relevant when you only have 3 zones. Right? Same with Zerziel. Isn't Zerziel also a pop, but it pops anything? Not just a monster? Well, yes, it lacks resources, but isn't that what Evil Eye Unleashed is for? Or not just Unleashed, but you could also, if, for example, they gave the deck Basil Trice, which lets you use your equips. Sun Saga Pop. This will free us for lethal. I don't know what those cards are. Then why are you talking mess about Evil Eye? If you don't know what Evil Eye Unleashed and Basil Trice are, for example, why would you comment on Evil Eye being bad? That's literal yapping, my friend. Well, then, so my answer to you is read Evil Eye Unleashed and Basil Trice, Familiar of the Evil Eye, because they're specifically designed to fix that problem. Game 3. Not always true. They have released cards. There has been several instances of Duel Links actually getting the cards first. A good example would be Samurai, Super Heavy Samurai Wagon or whatever. We actually got that card before TCG did. All righty. What did we search for? We grabbed ourselves a Successor Soul. Okay. We got Heat Soul before TCG. What? We don't have Heat Soul, though. What do you mean? It's not a real exclusive if OCG has to design them! Heat Soul is in skill. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure Salad would be playing a lot more if they had Heat Soul. They meant the Playmaker skill where it gives Heat Soul at random. Ah, so the one that's literally never been used ever. Got it. How did we... got distracted for a moment. How did we hit the back row? Ah, no, we didn't. We bottomless to the Gozuki. Serena, definitely do not go back into the VOD at any point. And definitely... oh my god, we have nothing. We just get OTK'd. That is incredibly sad. Definitely do not go back in the VOD, though, and definitely, if you hear anybody say anything negative about whether or not Luna Lights are fun to play, don't believe them. They are probably lying. Atlas wanted to love Luna Light, but they wouldn't let him combo. They broke his heart. Got you, Viper. Also, just FYI, Viper, that stuff is a legitimate bug. Sanran Roses, hello. Can I assume that is some excitement for Sherry? All right, Zaga Zaga at the top. We got Doffy at the bottom. Yeah, I think the thing about Sherry coming that's kind of exciting is just that it's like not the kind of character you expect, right? It's like she wasn't even fully in the game files. Like they had some of her sprites, but not all of them. Some of her voice lines, but not all of them, if I remember correctly. And like, you get a character like, okay, here's the thing. If you get a character like Sherry, all the people out there, all those Dipper stands, rise up. Let me see you guys. Let me see you right now. All the Dipper stands, where you at? What? It's the Constellar player, Atlas. How do you not know this? He's the guy that gets absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked in a 3v1 by Shay. Dipper Arc 5. It's this absolute chud of a dude. I need you to apologize right now, Atlas. He is in fact not based. He is about as opposite as of based. Why can I not find the English version of Shay cooking them, by the way? All I can find is like either Spanish or friggin' Portuguese. AMV. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying that I can't find an English version of it. I wonder why we didn't get him. Because they're not gonna rush making friggin' Dipper of all characters. Like, the fact that we get someone like Sherry is already, like, kind of a shock. Probably Starving Venom. But that would require me to actually find the episode. Arc 5 full episodes. It's like one of the early ones, but I forget which one it is. You... Do, do, do. Also, please. 2-1 victory. How to become Bruno. Jesus, okay, apparently I forgot this part. Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh! Ain't that serious? Was it IDP? My parents got IDP'd. Let's go ahead and find another match. Norrentino, did you really DQ, dude? Congratulations.
Duel.
Okay. Okay, we are going to set up Mischief of the Gnomes, activating it, and then immediately scooping. Let's go! Innovative gameplay! Hey, what's going on? Am I missing something?
Duel.
Okay, I'm just gonna focus here. Okay. We are gonna interrupt the plays with our DD Crow here. Solitaire bring back. We're gonna wall up and pass the turn. Okay. Galactic Spiral Dragon, adding safer, or rather skill to add safer to hand. We're going to go for safer, discarding the Parsect. Interesting. Spiral Dragon, modulating. We're going to go for the Dingirsu. Ghost meets Girl. Having to discard the Samurai is unfortunate. We're going to add Transmigration to hand. Bring forth the Schwarzschild, Nebula Dragon, into another Nebula. Cypher Dragon will follow suit. We're then going to go full armor. We're going to be able to pop. We're going to go Cypher Blade. We're going to be able to pop. And then we'll just go for lethal. I have no idea what we could get, PTRG. My guess would be is how much of the Fleur cards are actually in the game. I think we have a bunch of them, not all of them though. Fleur released. So we have Sorcière, Fleur Synchron, and Necro Fleur. Not released is the Sage, the Necro Synchron, the Spear Holder, the Fleurette, like giving you level ups could be like the rest of the Defleurs, right? No, because Sage Defleur is actually pretty good. That would be like a limit 1. Not a limit 1, but a soft limit 1 or something. If you feel that way about Rush, like I don't understand why it needs to be said. Like, let people enjoy what they enjoy. The closest analogy I have is people who complain about Rush at this point. Obviously, at the beginning, when there was a lot of concern about how it was going to affect the game, it was worthwhile, I guess. But at this point, people who are Rush I can't are no different than Master Duel players who say Duel Links I can't. Like, okay, move on. Focus on your game. Enjoy your game. Why do you care if other people enjoy their game? Like, who cares? Criticizing the mode for its failings is fine. But just like, if all you're gonna do is just say like the mode is boring, like, okay, you've made your peace, move on. Who cares? We are under mischief here, but we have the spiral. We're going to be able to pop here. Tachyon Domination, grabbing us a copy of Transmigration. So we did stop our turn, but the question is, what kept us from capitalizing on it? Going for the Gozuki here. Spectral Sword, go into the Shogun, get reducing, get boosting. Whatever this, oh, needle sealing? No shot, dude. If you're going to say who cares, don't engage in debates then. I mean, yes and no. I think it depends on the nature of... Can we just talk about the fact that we're at 4 cards after we had 0? We are going to be able to Sun Saga here. That is... We ran out of time? We were actually in an okay spot. We ran out of time. Oh, that is devastating. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Swaggle. But, you know. I will say the one thing for anything that could be criticized or commented on, to this day, I am still appreciative that he continues to put up the money for the Duel Links Meta Weekly and insists that it continue to happen. While it does not get the attention that some of us wish it would, yes, PTRG, they have. During the Grand Prix, for example, we do channel point bets for the finals, and that's a good place to earn a lot of points. Well, sure, Alien HR, that's true, but it is. I will say, as somebody who is personally funding the Grand Prix and the Rush Duel, it's a lot of work to it's a lot of money that you're putting out when you do it week in and week out. You know, the fact, for example, that we were able to convince them to have the Meta Weekly be the same prize pool as the Master Duel one is something that usually he did put the condition that to get the full amount it has to be 50 players, but what does channel VIP grant you? Just an icon and a role on the the Discord. But anyways, point is, I don't know what the point was. Is there a VIP room? It does give you access to the sub chat, but not that that's necessarily super active. we're not exactly massive over here. All right, Juninho takes game number 1. I don't even think it's that, Orin. Like, especially like right now, Master Duels. So whenever it's very interesting to watch. Right now, for example, the Master Duel tournaments have actually been popping off in a way they haven't in a very long time, which is ironic to think about, specifically because you have a deck like Snake Eyes coming in to kind of constrict the meta, but people get excited when they have the opportunity to play decks that they don't get to play IRL necessarily. You saw the same thing happen with Tearlament, because a lot of people, despite the fact that Tearlament wasn't necessarily super expensive, it was still out of the price range for a lot of people, just because of stuff like Pearl of Rhino being like $100. But especially Snake Eyes, like 99% of people are priced out of being able to play Snake Eyes IRL. So getting to play it in Master Duel is good. So it's been interesting to watch it kind of pop off in that regards. It will be interesting to see how long that continues, though, because obviously players can both be excited for a deck and then turn against it very quickly. That is completely true, Garen. Orin, that's not all, like, that's not completely true. I would say MCSs were usually more like 3 to 4K. Well, that guys, why is there even a debate about that? That's a given. Specifically, the Snake Eye meta has done a lot of boosting. I don't think you guys realize just how much it has caused it to pop off. I occasionally keep an eye on the Master Duel tournaments, for example, and a lot of times during like the lull periods, it's like 120 people signing up. I think the last one was like 175, which is, for the Master Duel Meta Weekly, was wild. People are very interested in experiencing the Snake Eye meta. Again, my curiosity is how long that's gonna last. I think people will sour on it pretty quickly because it's kind of a boring matchup. But I also understand why people would want to experience it. This is pretty much Juninho's. Oh my god. The fact that you can just add the Paleozoics back to hand and get to use them again is so crazy. Contributes nothing to is incorrect, Alien HR. The prize pool is funded. And we get to, you know, everything else surrounding it. All right, 2-0 victory. Like, one of the reasons I still go out of my way to consistently run this event is specifically because there's people who are interested in it, and it is a continued prize pool for the competitive community. Players fund them, and that's also a fact. Well, yes, obviously, Alien HR. I don't see how it's still wrong to, like, have another $50 tournament every month. Or week, sorry, not month, every week. Like, I don't know, like, that's kind of a ghetto, like a cry more moment, my dude. Like, no offense, but, that's a little ungrateful. You're a little spoiled for people who are hosting free tournaments for you. You shouldn't complain if there's some that ask you to kind of give back. But anyways. ICU, thank you so much for the 5 gifties, my dude. Safadine, Toros Gaming, Law X, Justin Snow, and E. Felix. On the receiving end of that kind generosity. I appreciate you, dudes. For real, though. Well, Orin, like, the community at this point has accepted it and moved on. Anything at this point is just, like, is like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say other than, like, are you really telling me that, like, you, for example, would just immediately return like nothing had changed if he started streaming it again? Because if you say yes, I think you're lying. I think at this point, maybe people would check it out the first time, but I think for a lot of people that severing has happened. Top 4 has Be gone. Well, keep in mind, ranked referee. Part of the reason that is because it continues to earn money. If it didn't earn money, I'm sure it would eventually get phased out. But the game is still active and whatnot, and people still use the resource, but everything should be for one's personal benefit, Alien HR. Expecting people to be selfless for you is a little ridiculous. Do. Like, you know, for example, I'm able to do what I do here because enough people are kind enough and generous enough to help support what we do. If that didn't happen, I'm gonna be real with you, I would probably eventually stop, just because while I do enjoy doing it, if I had to fully fund it all myself and we didn't have like the quote unquote community helping, I would have probably personally eventually just not be able to justify doing it. Yeah, we're income neutral. Everything that that the channel earns goes right back into the tournaments. What started the debate on tournament entries? I don't even know. We were just talking about tournaments in general and whatnot. It's fun to just yap a little bit. I don't know. Is it a serious conversation? No, people just like to talk. Hello, Acceleration Gate. I appreciate you, my dude. The bugs are fixed. Perhaps we can expect the return of the Empire Ascension at some point. I will promise you right now, in the next one you host, I will enter. We're waiting for the top 4 to start, guys. Top 4, we have Shiranui, we have Tachyon, we have Mayakashi, we have Tachyon. You know, just because I do understand where a lot of the flack comes from, I do want to kind of push back just a little bit. So I went into DK's stream, I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago. And I basically commented like, yo, we basically got full power Snake Eyes, right? So like in a way, Master Duel is like pretty much caught up with the TCG, or caught up with the TCG. Like, yeah, we're missing archetypes, but they skipped ahead. They skipped over stuff like Unchained. They skipped over a bunch of other archetypes and went right to Snake Eyes. So I was like, realistically speaking, do we have anything to look forward to other than like Fire Kings, which is just going to be like a supplemental engine? Because like literally every other deck that's going to be coming out like is probably not going to be meta impactful. Like, if they Centurion, not gonna do anything. Unchained, not gonna do anything. Like, all these decks are not going to do anything, right? So I asked him, I was like, do we have anything to look forward to other, like, or have we effectively caught up? And this is a question, like, okay, you have to think about it from his perspective. In a way, he benefits from Master Duel having hype so that people come back, right? Come watch my streams, watch my leak videos, watch this and that. He has every reason to want people to be excited about what's coming. And yet he answered my question openly and honestly and was basically like, yeah, no, you can maybe get excited for this, but no, it's not going to be meta. Like, he answered the question honestly, and he didn't have to. As a pure hype man who would benefit from basically lying and saying like, oh no, like this deck is coming and this deck is coming and they're gonna be really cool. Like, you have every reason, because your livelihood is essentially from hyping up people to watch your videos and watch your streams about leaks and whatnot, right? But he was honest, and I appreciated that like a lot. I was like, wow, okay, like, hey, actually answered the question, didn't just try and gaslight me in the chat or ignore it. He could have very easily just ignored that question too. He could have just been like, and hey, thanks for the resub, moving on. So anyways, I guess I just mentioned that because people a lot of times do want to say that it's all about just maximizing the profit or all about this self. Yeah, that's true to a degree, but he's also, I've also appreciated that he's gonna be honest at most of the time, if not all the time. If you actually ask serious questions, you will get serious answers. So anyways, we are in the top 4, Shiranui versus Tachyon. I hate the way he edges the leaks to the end of the stream. I mean, but be honest though, that's how you maximize views. He's trying to, I mean, get like, what do you expect him to do? Dump everything at the beginning and then, oh my God, we had the needle ceiling, wiping the board, bro. Do you expect him to show you everything and then you can just leave? Of course not. Like, come on, be real. I mean, I can't comment about that, Pixie, without seeing exact instances of it, but I'll be real with you. I say things sometimes and then forget about them because I'm hyper focused and hyper fixated, and then it's like, oh crap, I'm sorry, what was I doing? Farfa, for example, is making a fool of himself for views. How so, ranked referee? Like, don't get me wrong. I've found Farfa can be serious when he wants to be serious. Like, I was watching him earlier today and he was commenting on, the fact that, he thinks that the current meta sucks. He was, and mind you, if I'm not mistaken, he helped commentate a recent tournament, right? For Konami. And then he's on his stream and basically like, yeah, Snake Eye Mirrors friggin' suck, dude. Yo, we have the Skullmeister negate. He's like, it is an incredibly boring format. You just vomit hand traps at each other until somebody's one card starter goes through. And it's like, yo, we're having like a serious chat at the moment. I remember when Farfa asked people to roast him, I roasted him and got banned. Well, first of all, are you still banned, or was it a banned in the moment type thing? Did we really just we were forced to pass? Bro. Well, the question is if we can get lethal on the board. We're at 2,500. We need 1,500 more. We do not have lethal. That back row is going to have to put in a lot of work here. I got banned from Sean's stream for asking honestly why he keeps edging the KC. What do you mean edging the KC cup? And also, if I had to guess, if you're frustrated during something like the KC Cup, it's very easy to ban somebody for doing something that's just pissing you off. I mean, Norrentino, you just like disappeared. What'd you think was gonna happen in a single elimination? You go away for like 2 hours. Did you think it was not? Did you think you'd come back and be like, I was stuck in the bathroom? Well, sounds like a skill issue. Please do not say pee pee poo poo. That is considered a PE major by Konami. All right, I guess we got to do this. Time out Norrentino. Time out Yami Kisara. Time out Kasugi. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that long. Well, sucks to be Kasugi. Soul Glow, you definitely need to be timed out. All right, I think we've cleaned it up. They're breaking Konami rules. Let me see if I can find them. Grand Harrier. So you will notice here the unsportsman conduct minor and unsportsman conduct major. So you have some examples of the minors there, and then that will get you a warning. Unsportsman conduct major. A duelist uses profanity, including but not limited to goddamn, damn, darn it, goddamn, crap, poopy, darn, that sucks, sucky, gyat, Jesus, Jesus Christ, shoot, fiddlesticks, dang, awful, shucks, I would have won next turn, shootsy, oops, blasted, aw geez, parentheses Rick, aw geez, parentheses Lewis, frickin', cripes, doggone, drat, gosh darn, gosh dang it, blast, rats, heck, aw heck, gee whiz, holy moly, jeepers, crimey, he, piss, pee pee, but if card was other card, hell, crap bowl, dang it, I would have drawn the out next turn, dagnamic, barnacles, holy cow, drat, balderdash, oh snap, frick, frack, frock, gee willikers, my next top deck was blimey, son of a gun, holy guacamole, crikey, malarkey, bullspit, peener, fudge, friggin', gee willikers, William Shatner, fooey, oh snap, shut the front door, zoinks, crappity, double drat, gadzooks, schnikes, jeepers, by the nine, arse, balls, sweaty ball, schwetty balls, tits, chesticles, pee pee poo poo, poopy doopy. This duel was like 7 9/11s, piss, feck, fack, crud, drats, rats, futs, cheese whiz, dern, tootin', poo poo pee pee, fuck can be considered a UC minor infraction if the duelist was not using the profanity in vain or not at the opponent, but instead at a significant other. Art of battle, that is an infraction. Correct, Gabriel. Technically allowed, Norrentino.
Duel.
Game 2. Shut the front. Okay, to be fair, I actually really like shut the front door. Just because it flows. And everybody, if you say that, they know what you meant. You don't know what... Okay. I want you to look at this very carefully. I want you to tell me if you can figure it out, Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel, do me a favor, would you? Shut the front door. What? You left the door open. I wanted you to go close it. You're letting the heat out. Alrighty, we're gonna end on our skill saga here. We will be able to pop at least 2. Can we play through it? Activating Mischief of the Gnomes. Good luck, gamer. No, for real. Is that are you asking me if they have specific language in their policy document that says inflicting violence upon a loved one is a UC minor? Blackwing, I think you can figure it out, my dude. Come on. It was a meme that came out of the tournament yesterday. Well, not a meme. A meme is wrong. It is a indictment upon how people currently feel about the fact that, so if you need to know, to give context, Sam of Team Sam got a game loss. Got a game loss for saying goddamn after what? Talking about getting nibbed or something like that was like, goddamn. Like, every one of us here would go like, if you do something like that, if you're building your board and your opponent goes nib and you're like, goddamn. Like, really? But the opposing team has someone that has credible accusations of being a wife beater, essentially. And that apparently means nothing. So that's what people are a wife beater. You can look up the accusations against LeBlanc. Domestic violence, yes. We're gonna go for the Sun Saga here. This will allow us to pop 2. The biggest issue though is that the game loss was just like the cherry on top of a otherwise fairly poorly run YCS. There were a lot of really bad rulings, at least in my opinion. And then in the grand finals, you give a game loss for saying goddamn. Like, sure, that's a perfect capstone to the end of this tournament. All right, we are going to end the turn here, setting 1 back row. We're going to go for Ghost Meets Girl here. And this duel is functionally over. Understandable, Giran. No, ranked referee, you don't understand. He said it during don't quote me, but if I remember correctly, he said it during the top 4 interview before the finals, because they're going on to the finals. He said it during the interview, and then the game loss was applied to his first match in the finals. So it wasn't even in response to something happening to him during the match. It happened before the match. All right, we're able to put lethal damage on the board despite the needle ceiling. Coffee is gonna take it. Did he still lose? I mean, yes. But what do you mean still lose? I think he lost. Yes. Yes. Sorry, all that was happening when I was like just about to go to bed. I was pretty tired at that point. The other thing that was also, I think one player while on stream said a swear word in Portuguese, but they didn't get a game loss. And I think it was because the judges didn't understand that it was a swear word. Does it count as swearing or cursing? Luns, your average American would not call it swearing. No. It's like the sort of stuff that you would do like just chatting with friends, but if your parents heard you say it, they probably wouldn't even care unless they're like super religious. It's unironically, at least in my opinion, Luns, it's less offensive than that. I would actually argue that saying that is more offensive than goddamn. Alrighty, we go to the other side of the bracket.
Duel.
Why this background? Are we getting a new character? Yes, we're getting Sherry. End of March. Well, you have to keep in mind that from a production standpoint, Konami doesn't want anything to look even remotely not brand aware, I guess. So like, for example, when they had the match that there was a bunch of misplays involving like prosperity, tactics to draw under hand shuffling. And it was like, they didn't even return to that match afterwards because I don't think they wanted anyone to ask the question of like, hey, like, what happened in this match? Wasn't there like just like a 20-minute, like a 20-minute judge call on this thing? Like, what's going on? What happened here? They just like moved on. They were just like, we're going to pretend that never even happened. We talked about that earlier, Speedy God. We are hoping to get Noble Knight skills. Yes, it would be the time that you would give a Noble Knight skill, if at all, is to Sherry. Well, sure, ICU. Nobody is saying that it's a Konami only thing. It's just talking about the fact that it happens at all. Or rather, not happens at all, but it's like, you don't have to be so ridiculous about it, I guess. I don't know. Because it literally creates a self-inflicted wound of, now you have the entire community talking about the fact, wait, Konami really gave a game loss in the grand finals of the tournament? Because now you have a tournament that has an asterisk forever. Everyone's always gonna be like, okay, well, you know, the other team won, but did they only win because of a ridiculous game loss that was handed out? Okay, so we have Mayakashi set up here. Our only interaction that we know of is going to be one revive from the graveyard. We have allowed our opponent to get to the Tachyon Dragon, which means that the counter trap is now live. Tachyon Transmigration, negate. Fully clearing the board here, not able to use any of those effects. Grabbing a copy of Hajun into a Yasha. We're going to go for the Canadia here. Oh, we had no Link 2s left in the extra deck. In this matchup, I think you have to leave a Link 2. We don't know, Mr. Clapper. I think if we would get it, it would be skill only. That's a 2-0. Tachyon winning. We'll watch game 2 though. Yeah, Mayakashi does not do well against Tachyon, unfortunately.
Duel.
Look at how we forgot the last YCS. That was a giant mess. I don't think anyone forgets. Like, yes, do we move on? Sure. But people are always gonna... People will absolutely talk about ridiculous things that happened at YCSs. You know, to this day, there's several of like the remote duels, for example, the remote duel big tournaments that I will constantly bring up just because I'm like, they're ridiculous. Like the time that a player got, they got banned for recording their opponent cheating and then using the recording to prove that they were cheating. The judges were like, you're not supposed to record, we're banning you. And then didn't ban the person that cheated. And it's just like, what? No, you're not allowed to record during remote duels, Norrentino. They claim it's because of privacy concerns, but all you would have to do is just, yo, do you want to enter this event? You have to agree to waive your privacy concerns to enter this event. Oh, you're not going to waive them? Then you can't enter the tournament. It's that easy. That's all you would have to do. But the reality, at least in my opinion, is Konami doesn't actually like to have to rule on potential cheating. They would rather just pretend it doesn't exist. Yes, Fan Luna, that was Miguel? No, not Miguel. No, it was Miguel. A guy from a dueling Miguel Joker, right? From Portugal. But to be fair, that was also extremely over the top. It was basically the equivalent of like insinuating you're gonna like commit a crime. You kind of can't do that. So we do go for the pop. Yoko's gonna come back. Yoko gets poppin'. Dingirsu to protect. Is there any hope of changing these ridiculous policies? Probably not. Mizuki, bring back. We're going to go for the Icicle Mayakashi. Gets negating. We have negated the Dingirsu effect. We will be able to defeat the Cypher Blade. Brings back the Cypher Dragon, however. Schwarzschild into Galactic Spiral, activating our skill to get a rank up's Baryon Force. Just bring the Schwarzschild right back to the field, and we will get the concession scoop. Juninho will win in a 2-0 victory. Alrighty, Doffy, you need to check in for the grand final. We're going to go ahead and do a prediction here. Who wins? Doffy, Shira, Juninho, Tachyon. You have 2 minutes. Of course, Viper, it was a delight to see you again, my friend. Which is better, Crystal Wing or Barone? Depends on the context. Do you have the right to scoop? Yeah, you can scoop. I do not enforce that rule. Like, in a vacuum, technically, so Barone is better because it's an Omni. Crystal Wing is better because you can negate every turn and it's an attacker. But in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, an Omni is just better. So technically Barone. Obviously, the fact that you also get the Papa card is super nice. If Crystal Wing was a generic level 8, though, that would change the equation. The problem with Crystal Wing is that it's it's not a generic 8. Alrighty, let us begin. Welcome to the grand finals of the Duel Links Meta Weekly number 317 every single week, bro. We have Juninho at the bottom. We got Doffy at the top. This is the classic matchup for this particular meta. Tachyon versus Shiranui. Both of these players are playing banless affected decks, but while it did tone down the overall power of both, it did not actually dethrone them from the top tiers of this particular metagame. We're gonna begin Going for the Cypher Blade here, triple back row. We did stop the Spiral Dragon here with a Skullmeister, an interesting tech card of choice. Free to play friendly, so there is that. Our Gozuki will get stopped by a Canadia. We have seen people starting to play more of the Paleozoics, not only because of their ability to be forms of interruption, both in the form of Canadia flipping down, but the Morella Send, the Mischief of the Gnomes. But if you resummon them to the field and they survive, the skill can actually return it to the hand, and it doesn't banish itself, so you can use it again. A little ridiculous, but hey, take advantage of every resource available to you. I still believe in the possibility of a skill list announcement. I know it might be a little cope. Also, Kat, do you really need the window open like that? I know it may be a little bit cope, but I believe we're going to get a ban list adjustment still. Do I have any reason to believe that? Technically, no, but I feel it. I feel it. Well, yes, Muscovy, but in tournaments, we would implement it immediately. So, I think the most underrated skill is actually Battle Chronicle. Battle Chronicle, I wouldn't say is the most underrated, but it is a very good skill. Blue Eyes has proven itself to be, in any other meta, the particular Blue Eyes deck would probably be considered a solid tier 2 deck. I don't see why they do one now, since the Rush KC is in 2 weeks. Because Speed and Rush are not the same thing. Did we not search the counter trap? We have the counter trap, so we're just sitting on it. Okay. Correct, Gale. We are going to negate the Skullmeister here, allowing the Galactic Spiral Dragon to return to the field. I don't think they're going to be nerfed to the ground, Carmago. In addition, I suspect Shiranui remains playable, even with skill hits, Shiranui remains playable. Get poppin'. Making a second copy of Cypher Blade, pop number 3. And we will lethal. No, I think you play it pure Blue Eyes. All right, Tachyon up game 1. I think if you try and mix it, it dilutes it too much and introduces too many bricks. You want it to be as consistent as possible. I mean, that's a given, but I think, for example, I really like Ericsson's version that runs Crackdown, because Crackdown yoink an opponent's monster into Successor Soul Tribute it is pretty disgusting form of removal. You're getting rid of 2 monsters, neither of which is a destruction effect. The problem with the DM version is you're way too reliant on getting to circle without, and you don't get to use rod. Alrighty. Tachyon getting to go first once again. It does look like we already have the counter trap in hand, though. So that means we have counter trap, rank up, and Nebula in hand. So we only have one other potential back row. So one of these is 100% a bluff, one is a counter trap, one is an unknown. All right, we have now turned the counter trap off. We have one card to deal with. It might be Canadia. Gozuki effect is allowed. We send Mizuki, searching for a copy of Samsara. So we can Spectral Sword into Solitaire, bring back the Spectral Sword, allow us to make a rank, or not rank, but a level 8 Synchro. We're big thinking right here. So I do see, like, okay, not that I necessarily agree, everyone, but you have to ask yourselves, what was Konami's intention with the ban list? I think it is a fair reading without the context of the without the context of what did we hit? Well, we hit the counter trap. That's good. Without the context of specifically whether or not they wanted, or whether we're getting the skill changes. If they just wanted to depower the meta but not remove them, then they technically succeeded. Now, the argument should be, should they have nuked them? That's a completely separate argument and discussion. We are going to spin here. We still have the Mizuki. Bringing back the Spectral Sword. Interesting. All right, this is a spooky situation to be in. Did we search the trap? It's not 2 Canadia. That other one is the rank up spell. Okay, so we did search the Samsara. It is currently turned off. All right, Mischief will keep our opponent from being able to make any plays. We do have Nebula in hand, but because it was level 7 and not level 8, we were unable to activate the skill. Why did we do that? Ah, we have the Shade. Book of Moon, unfortunately. Oh, that's a yikes. So what were our options there? Our option was to leave this and just summon the Shade, and then no matter what, you would have an activation of Samsara. Yeah, I think unfortunately that was a misplay from Doffy. Nebula effect. We'll get another body on the board. Ranking up into the Galaxy package, which is honestly, at this point, the Galaxy package is just so powerful. You just get to pop so many for free. Absolutely no cost other than the extra deck space. All right, Juninho will take it in a 2-0 victory. Sorry, guys, he had too much. So we were commenting on it a little bit, Doffy. It was probably a misplay to activate the trap there to banish there to realistically your best bet was to just summon the shade and attack with everything. But regardless, you made it to the grand finals and nobody else. So well done. Whose outcome? Juninho, Tachyon. Alrighty. Hello, Nash Ketchum. Thank you for being so kind to say that. That is very nice of you. I felt the delay, so I expected anything. I mean, sure. But it's like, okay, you saw Canadia, so what could the delay have been? Like, you know it can't be, you know it's most likely not a limit 3. It could be a Canadia. It could be a Book of Moon. But like none of those like kill you. But regardless, that is stuff you will learn as you compete in competitive events. And I do not want you to think anything less than, hey, you got second place, bro. Congratulations. And hopefully we will see you topping and winning more events in the future, my friend. Well done. Alrighty, my guys. We're going to go ahead and bring today's tournament and stream to an end. To the winners, I will contact you with your instructions on how to receive your prizes. And to everyone else, now that the bugs are fixed, I will probably do a little bit of ladder climbing tomorrow. I think I'm gonna play Blue Eyes. I kind of want to play Blue Eyes. So expect a ladder climb stream tomorrow. Don't you dare kappa me, Muscovy. I put it at 65% odds. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. I think we'll raid Quantum. When is my tournament? Wednesday. Join the Discord, !Discord. Get all the information you need about our events in the Discord. We will probably be hosting 2 rush tournaments this week because of maximums. But that will be in addition to the other tournament. So and the Wednesday tournament. Later, guys.